First of all, I just want to thank all of you for the privilege of being here, not only to share a few thoughts that might serve you, but also to attend this amazing event. I've had friends who have gone to TED before, and I'd always thought about coming. I was on the edge, and then when the invitation came, I said, I'm in. I've been here for about 2/3 of the sessions, and I've gained so much, not just from the speakers, but from the incredible people I've met. I've been fortunate to speak in many great places and meet many extraordinary people, but I don't think I've ever seen such a high concentration of talent, intellect, passion, and a shared sense of purpose. There's a real community here built on contribution, and that's a beautiful thing. So thank you. I'll be back as a participant myself, and I deeply appreciate everyone's presence and participation. I have to tell you, I'm both challenged and excited. Excited because I get a chance to give something back. Challenged because the shortest seminar I usually do is 50 hours, and that's no exaggeration. I usually do immersive weekends, coach individuals, and go deep into transformation. Because the way people truly learn anything, like language, isn't by just hearing principles, it's by being immersed, doing it over and over until it becomes real. My work isn't pre-programmed, it's alive. Something happens in the room and I respond to it. And now I have 17 minutes. So I can't create that same experience here, but I'll do my best to share some of the core principles with you in this format. I respect it deeply because I've already gotten tremendous value from it. Though I did feel for Lisa Randall, trying to explain Einstein's theories in 18 minutes is no small task. To make sure I can serve you beyond this short time, I've placed some of my materials in your TED box. If you'd like to dive deeper into these ideas in what I call meant time, no extra time, you can call my office, mention TED, and you can have any of my programs as a gift. If you ever want to come to one of my seminars, you're also welcome as my guest. That's my way of saying thank you. Now, let's begin. People often think I'm here to motivate them, but that's not what I do. You don't need motivation. What I'm really interested in is why you do what you do. I'm fascinated by what drives people. What's the force behind action? I believe that emotion is the ultimate force of life. We all have incredible minds, but emotion is what shapes behavior. With our minds, we can rationalize anything, but when emotion enters the picture, everything changes. The invisible force of internal drive is what determines the quality of life, not intellect alone. For decades, I've been obsessed with one question: what makes the difference in people's performance and fulfillment? I get the calls when someone's on the verge of collapse, an athlete choking on national television, a child on the edge of suicide. In all these years, I've never lost one. Not because I'm special, but because I understand what drives human behavior, the core needs that shape us. When people fail to achieve something, they usually say it's because they lacked resources, not enough money, time, technology, or support. But the truth is, it's never a lack of resources, it's a lack of resourcefulness. The defining factor is emotion, human emotion like creativity, determination, love, passion, faith, and resolve. When you tap into those, you can do anything. The real power that shapes your life is decision. 3 decisions control your destiny: what you choose to focus on, what meaning you give it, and what you decide to do about it. Every moment, consciously or not, you're making those choices. And the meaning you assign creates emotion, which drives your action. Change your focus and meaning, and you change your life. Think about the decisions that have shaped your destiny. A relationship you started or ended, a career move, a moment you said yes or no. One different choice, and your life could be entirely different. What shapes those decisions? 2 invisible forces: your state and your model of the world. Your state is your emotional and physical condition in the moment. We've all done things and later thought, I can't believe I said that. Or on the other hand, had moments of brilliance and thought, that was me. The difference wasn't ability, it was state. But the longer-term force is your model of the world, the set of beliefs and needs that shape how you see life. I believe there are 6 fundamental human needs that drive all behavior. The first is certainty, the need to feel safe, stable, and in control. We all need to feel we can avoid pain and gain some comfort. But if life were completely certain, we'd get bored. So the second need is uncertainty, variety, surprise, adventure. The third need is significance, to feel important, special, unique. People seek it in countless ways through achievement, appearance, spirituality, or even violence. Violence can meet all the first 3 needs instantly: certainty, variety, and significance, which is why it's so compelling for some. But it's a destructive path that can only change when our consciousness changes. The fourth need is connection and love. Everyone needs to feel connected. Many settle for connection because love feels too risky. We fear getting hurt, but we can't live without it. Those first 4 needs are the needs of the personality. Everyone finds a way to meet them, even in unhealthy ways. But the last 2 are the needs of the spirit, growth and contribution. We must grow. If you're not growing, you're dying. Growth gives us something to give, and contribution gives life meaning. Ultimately, the secret to living is giving. Life is not about me, it's about we. I learned that as a boy. When I was 11, my family had no food on Thanksgiving. We weren't starving, but we were in trouble. Then a stranger showed up at our door with groceries. My father saw it as charity and felt humiliated. He left our family that day. But I made 3 different decisions. I focused on the fact that we had food, that someone cared. I decided that strangers care, and because of that, I would care about others. That moment changed my life. I promised myself I would give back one day. When I was 17, I earned enough money to feed 2 families. It was the most fulfilling thing I'd ever done. The next year I fed 4, then 8, then hundreds. Eventually, I started a foundation. Last year, through our foundation, we fed 2 million people across dozens of countries. I don't share that to boast, but because giving transforms people. When you experience contribution, you come alive. We all share the same needs, but each of us values them differently. Some crave certainty, others thrive on variety. Some are driven by love, others by significance. Whatever needs you value most shape your destiny, and your map, your beliefs about how to meet those needs, determines your direction. 2 people can want to feel significant. One saves lives, another takes them. The difference is their map of the world. Finally, emotion. Our lives are defined by the emotions we experience most often. There are thousands of emotions, but most people live in a very small range. They feel the same handful of emotions over and over. Some empowering, some painful. But emotion is the fuel of life. I saw this vividly on September 11th. I was in Hawaii leading a seminar with people from over 40 countries. The night before, I had everyone explore what they would do if they only had a few days left to live, who they'd call, what they'd say, how they'd love. Hours later, the attacks happened. One woman there had broken off her relationship and left a message for her ex-boyfriend telling him she wanted to marry him. He called back from the top of the World Trade Center, saying her message had given him peace because he was about to die. She later shared that recording with us. In the same room, a man from Pakistan stood up and said, "I want to comfort you, but honestly, this is retribution." What followed was one of the most powerful transformations I've ever witnessed. I brought him together with a Jewish man from New York who had lost many friends in the attacks. Over time, they not only reconciled, but became partners, traveling together to mosques and synagogues to teach peace. One of them even wrote a book called My Jihad, My Way of Peace. Transformation is possible when we understand each other's needs, beliefs, and emotions. So my invitation to you is this: explore your inner web, the web of needs, beliefs, and emotions that shape your life. Do it for 2 reasons. First, so you can give more of yourself, and second, so you can appreciate not just understand, what drives others. Because understanding is the mind, but appreciation is the heart. And that's the only way our world will truly change. Thank you. God bless you.